Chats here, Editor-in-Chief of ASE Publishing, and today we've got another review for you. This time, it's the HyperX Double Shot PBT Pudding Keycaps. These guys right here. This is a review ID 63680. You can check out this and all our reviews by going to www.aselabs.com. I'm going to save you the trouble right now. All we do are video reviews these days. So all you got to do is hit that subscribe button right below my finger. Right here below my finger there is a subscribe button, and if you hit that, you'll be informed of all the reviews as we post them. We also post 1-minute reviews as well. We take our giant reviews, shrink them into a minute long, and then you can watch that in a minute. The only problem with a minute is that we can't really stick the in-depth analysis that we do in these huge reviews in that 1 minute. So even if you do watch that 1-minute review, you get a little taste of it, you should come back and watch the full review. And if you can't watch anything with sound, we do still provide text reviews on ASE Labs. Description below contains a link to ASE Labs with this text summary. So if you can't watch these videos, check out the text summary, then come back and watch the videos. Now let's get on with this review. This review is going to be one of the quicker ones because the review is right here. All it is basically how these keys look. It's not the keyboard, it's just the keys themselves. So these keys are a straight replacement for any of the HyperX, actually any of the keyboards in this style that use the Cherry MX switch type of things. This keyboard doesn't. It uses the Kale or Kali or whatever how it's pronounced switches, but it's the same type of thing. So when you're actually trying to remove keys, and these are the old keys that I have on the keyboard, the black ones, and they let off enough light for me. That was fine. But you could see the huge difference in this. The keys are translucent at the bottom. And somebody actually told me, well, the reason they're probably called pudding keys is because pudding is probably, it looks like pudding. Like pudding can have multiple layers. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So you have a bottom layer and a top layer. The top layer is opaque white. I believe they also have a black version of these keys, which might be a little bit better, but I do happen to like the white keys and then the black keyboard look. Very, very nice. What I forgot to do before we started was to increase the brightness all the way up. So let me go ahead and do that. So the brightness is now all the way up. And you can see that this keyboard is pretty bright. But even in practice, it's not annoying, even in darkness. So while you're actually looking at the keyboard, it's bright. It's brighter than it's definitely brighter than these keys. There's no question about it. It's definitely brighter than these keys. But it's not annoying. I got used to it pretty quickly. Even when the keys are off, let's turn the lights off on these things right here. The keys are actually real easy to read when it's off. And that's probably due to the fact that the white increases the contrast a lot for the actual key itself. One thing I really don't like about these keys is the font that they use. I do not like the font they use. I'll show you that in a close-up in a second. Let's increase the brightness all the way back up. And let me change the colors. So here's another thing that really annoys me about replacing these keycaps. These keycaps are pretty much made for a lot of HyperX keyboards, and you know that the function keys are different on each one. So now I don't remember where the function keys for the color macros are, or the profiles. And you could also see down here where I would normally hit function and up and down to actually increase or decrease the brightness. So if you see the, let me see, I'll zoom in and I'll show you this. So let's zoom in. So here's an old key. Oop, you see that? So here's an old key. There you go. So you see this old key right here, and you see how it has an actual thing to show that it's brightness up. Now if I replace that with this guy right here, you see the arrow keys right here. There is no such thing. Let me see, this might be too bright now that it's zoomed in, so let me just take that off. So if you see these arrow keys right here, there is no such iconography on the keys to know this. And if you look at the top of the keyboard, the function keys also do not have any sort of extra features on the actual keys themselves, which it makes very hard, unless you know your keyboard inside and out, to know what, at a glance, what each button does. And that's actually a problem because now I don't remember which function key does the macros for this keyboard. But we'll figure that out in a second. I remember, I figured it out. So this is the HyperX Alloy FPS, and it's actually function 1, 2, and 3. So you hit the function key and then F1, F2, and F3. So I'll put it on the colorful little one and give you a little taste of what this is. So this is on full brightness. You can see the keys are very bright right now. Again, more often than not, these are great keys. They're literal. They won't feel any different. They just provide a little bit more light. It's a different kind of look than you're used to. So yeah, it's interesting. It's $25. Would I buy it? Probably not. I'm telling you right now, I probably wouldn't buy it. If it came with the keyboard, I would be happy with this. But as an add-on, if you like white keys, sure, go for it. It does make the keyboard a little bit more unique. So if you want to have that little extra style, sure, go for it. It's $25. Not that big of a deal. I will go and mention again that the iconography on the keys, the fonts that are used, are a little bit wonky to me. So I will, again, put this down here so you can see, and I will zoom in, and I'm going to show you the 8 key, for instance. Let's see if I can get in here and show you the 8 key. Okay, let's see what key is the 8 key. See this key right here? This key, the 8 key. And do you see how the 8 itself has 2 like cutouts on the top and the bottom? And I have no idea why all the keys on this keyboard that have closed spaces have cutouts in there. And when I asked, they basically said, oh, that's the style of the actual keys themselves. And I was like, well, that's kind of bizarre because you're actually making it much harder to actually read each key. Now, most people probably don't care because they're touch typists, but if you look at this key, you see that the 8 is complete, and it's easy to read. And I don't know why they didn't do the same thing on here. That's sort of strange. To wrap this up, the keys are $25. They come in black style too, which basically means they have black instead of the white up here. That might be a little bit more interesting as well, but from this, it's a really unique thing to modify your keyboard with. To me, I wouldn't buy them because I think that these keys that came with the keyboard are perfectly fine. If you can buy the keyboard with these keys on them, that's fine too. I don't think, to be honest, this is for the person that really wants to modify the crap out of their setup. And that's fine. More power to you. It's only $25. It's almost one of those throwaway things. Be like, you know what, my keyboard's getting bored. Instead of buying a whole new keyboard, I'll just replace all the actual keys on it. And to replace the keys, they give you a key puller, and you basically go like this, down, and pull up, and that's it. And you put the key on there as a replacement. And that's really it. You also have to contend with the pain in the butt that is removing every key on this and replacing it. Doesn't take that long, but it still is annoying. So there's that too. It would be good if the keys, you could just buy with the keyboard directly on there and not worry about this. Again, that's why I probably wouldn't spend the money because I don't want to have to go through the process of pulling these keys out and putting them back in. So even though I may like these a little bit better, I'm not going through the same process. ASE Labs and ASE Publishing would like to thank HyperX for sending this product for review. You can check out links in the description below and on ASE Labs to purchase this product right now from Amazon. It's $25. Again, if you want to modify your keyboard, have at it. For ASE Labs and ASE Publishing, I'm Aaron Schatz. Thank you for watching. Yes, this is probably one of the shorter reviews that we've done because basically the review could have been just like this. Look at the keys. This is how they look. Everything comes in the actual package, and that's basically it. But we'd like to go a little bit more in depth. We hope that these reviews actually help you make an informed product decision, and that's really what we're after, to help you, the consumer, make an informed decision before you actually purchase something and you're unhappy with it. What can you do for us? Pretty simple. Leave us some feedback. Love to hear from you. Also, hit that subscribe button right down there. You'll be informed of all the content as we post them. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.